Okay guys, just testing, see if you can hear me before I get started. Hi, I'm Niki Jackson of Niki Jackson Art, and I'm going to be working on this painting again today. I started it yesterday, and hopefully we can get a good couple of hours going on this and see how far we get. Guys, just testing, see if you can hear me before I get... Good, that's working. Right, so I think I'm going to start on the sky. We mostly got the grass done yesterday. And so I'm going to be working on the sky. I might need to stand up to work on that. I think I'm going to I started off with this colour called linen, which was this one. It's a nice sort of off-white colour, but I think I'm going to go with this light mocha instead, purely because I've got more of this to cover properly, and I think it will give it more of a vintage feel to the painting and soften it up a bit, and it'll go really well with the paper flowers that I picked out from yesterday. I've got these gorgeous colours to put in the tree that's going to go here. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to block in, I shall block in the sky again. Thanks so much for joining me, everybody, and thank you to those of you who watched yesterday's replay. It's now available on my YouTube channel, Niki Jackson Art, and I've just today put up another video looking through my old sketchbooks, so you can check that out on the same channel. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and thanks to the guys who are watching the recording after this. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun, and if you're with me live on Twitch, then feel free to ask me or chat to me in the, ask me questions or chat to me in the chat room there. Just type your message and I'll respond. So yeah, let's get working on this sky. I think it'd be easier if I stand up to do this, and so you won't be able to see my face for a little bit, but it just helped me to cover the area a lot easier than overstretching. You can see it's got kind of a very slight coffee colour to it. It's really nice. And I'm going to add in some pinks, yellows and whites to give it like a sunset kind of feel to it. It's another gorgeous day here in Suffolk, and I was told that on yesterday's stream that you could hear the birds, so hopefully you can again today. It makes a nice background noise, since I've not got any music playing at the moment. So my intention for this painting is that it's going to be a really pretty landscape. I'm going to have some sheep down in the bottom left hand corner, and I'm going to have a gorgeous massive tree on this right hand side with the mulberry paper flowers. I specifically bought some really big ones in nice vintage colours that I like to use as flowers for the tree. And I was debating whether to do the tree white, but I think because I'm going to have white in the cottage and white in the sheep, I think it'll be a bit too much, so I'm going to stick with brown for the tree trunk and branches. You can already see as I lay this down that it's giving it more of a warmer feel to it, which I like. This is called Light Mocha by Americana. Make sure I smooth it all out properly. We don't want any patches in the sky. I'll probably be doing 2 coats of this colour and then adding in the other colours while it's still wet on the second coat. So this particular piece I'm working on is going to be for the new gallery shop that I'm in Bury St Edmunds. So I'm looking forward to exhibiting some nice large pieces. At the moment I've got lots of small ones in there, so it'd be really nice to add some larger pieces. I've got some other like 11 by 14 size panels to work on as well. And I ordered some more of these 16 by 20s so that I can do some for the website as well. I'm really enjoying working on this size. It's a real challenge for me, and it's really good fun actually. It makes a change from working on little pieces. And I think it's always fun when you've got a piece already on the go. It helps you get back to work because you kind of know where you're going with it, and you can get back to it straight away, whereas if you're constantly starting something new, it can be a bit daunting sometimes. So the brushes that I'm using are sable brushes, like watercolour brushes. I find that really good for blending, so I like a nice soft look to my paintings, so these work really well. These ones were about £10 each, but they've lasted really well, and if you make sure that you wash them out properly and don't leave them sitting in water, then they'll last you a long time. So I just got to do this corner now. Just added a touch of water to my brush to blend areas out that look like they're a little bit patchy. Okay, so I'm going to let that air dry for a bit, and I'm going to sketch in the sheep for down here. So you can't see where I sketched them out last time, and I'm going to use one of my other paintings for reference because the position of these ones came out really good, and I like to do that again on this one. So there we go. Obviously the sheep are going to be a lot bigger on this, so I'll draw in the path a little. And I have one here. And then one here. And then one down here. And there we go. That's good. So I think as we've sorted all this area out pretty much, the tree is going to come down here. So I think I'm going to work on the sheep while the sky is drying. That will give you some more interest to watch, as it will be a lot more detailed than what we've done so far. So I'm going to change my brush to a smaller brush. It's still a watercolour brush. It's a Coatman by Winsor & Newton, I think it is. This is 111 round-headed brush. So because we've got green underneath, we're going to need to do several layers of this white. And I'll just wet my brush a little. Okay. Hopefully you can see this okay. I always like to add animals to my landscapes. I think it really is fun and gives it a lot more interest. People seem to like it better when there's animals in there and not just cottages and trees. I see a couple of you watching live. I'd love to say hi to you properly. If you could introduce yourself in the chat room, that would be really great. Thanks so much for joining me. In some of my streams in the future. I'm hoping to have some art friends join me. I'll have them on Skype, so we can chat to you all while we work. It should be really fun. So just blocking in the first layer of colour. I probably need to do 3 coats plus the highlight and shading. So I'm going to blast these now with my heat gun. I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody. The counter that you can see on the screen is for my art YouTube channel, and it's been flying lately. I'm really excited. So many of you have joined me, and the numbers are going up and up, and I said I was going to do a art supply giveaway at 500, and we've sailed past that the last few days, so we'll soon be at 600, so I'm really excited about that. I'm definitely going to be doing a giveaway. I also have a a vlog channel, and so I really want to do like a little tour of getting the art supplies and stuff, so you can see me do that, and then I'll be doing the giveaway, so watch out for that. I'll be announcing it in my videos and on my streams, and probably on Twitter and Facebook, so you won't miss out, don't worry. So yeah, it's really exciting, and I'm so pleased that you all wanted to join me, so thank you very much. You can find my vlog channel videos at Vintage Niki. I do have a playlist of them on my art channel, so they're really easy to find, and it's basically me sharing my daily life. I do 2 vlogs a week, and they come out on Tuesdays and Fridays, and I share what I've been up to, fun things I've been doing with the family, fun snippets of the dogs. So we've got 2 Dalmatians, Ellie and Sky, and they often feature in my videos. Sometimes I do some baking and gardening as well. I just recently did one on that, and also I talk a lot about behind the scenes art stuff, things I'm thinking about experimenting with, my thoughts on different things that are going to be coming up. So it's a good chance for you to get to know me a bit more, and to learn a bit more about what it's like being a full-time self-employed artist. So check that out if that's something that interests you. I really appreciate that. I really enjoy doing the vlogs. It's really a fun way to document your life on video, and it's nice to capture special moments with the dogs and family, and see all the fun things that that we've been doing together. And I like chatting about art as well to you all. So it's really cool. I'm definitely going to need a third coat before I even start doing the highlight and shading on this. It's very transparent still. A nice solid white colour. There we go, that's much better. I normally just use Tighten Buff to add sort of a shaded tone to my sheep, but since they're so much bigger, I might add a bit of earth brown, so use the Tighten Buff as a mid-tone and the earth brown as a shadow colour. Let's see how we go. I'll do the Tighten Buff first. Got a bit of red in there. That's okay. I'm really looking forward to doing the tree in this painting. Gonna be nice and big, and it's gonna have some gorgeous flowers on it. I picked up the colours for it on yesterday's stream. They're made of mulberry paper and they're gorgeous. They're a real vintage palette of blues and pinks. So I'm looking forward to doing that. Don't know whether we'll get to it today. I might work on the sky and the cottage after this. Let's save the tree for the end. So this might be a 3-part painting, but that's fine. Right, so now we need some Titan buff. This is golden. This is like a heavy body, I think it is. Let's see what it says on the back. Yeah, it's a heavy body. I thought it was. I've had a tub of this before. But I got the tube this time. Okay, so I'm going to have my light source coming in from the left, so the shading will be on the right. So while this is still wet, I'm going to add in the Titan buff just on the shadow side. And yeah, I think I'm going to need to add a bit of earth brown as well, give it a bit more depth. I always work wet and wet when doing my shadows and highlights. It helps to blend them out a lot better. I'll tidy that up a bit later. You can see these ones start to dry a bit, so they're not blending as well. If you ever have that problem, just put a tiny bit of water on your brush and that will help blend it out a bit more, or you can add some more white and do it that way, which I might do in a minute. And add a touch of white on this one. It's a little bit too much colour on there. Blend that in. And again in here. And now I'm going to put in some earth brown. It's probably a little hard for you to see the detail of this at this point, but hopefully once I've added this in and added the black, it will stand out a bit more. It's difficult for me to be able to give you a full view and a close-up, so you can see this is all dried already. So I'm going to dampen my brush, get off the excess, and then go in and blend that out. You can just about see it, I think. It just gives it a little bit more depth and a bit more interest. Makes it look a little bit more 3D. And I'm probably going again with some white for this area just to really make it come out more. And that needs a little bit more Titan buff. It's a good thing with acrylics, you can always go back in and change what you need to. And I'll go in with the Titan buff again on most of these to blend those out a bit more. got my rag down beside me if you're wondering what I'm bending down doing. It's just to dry off the excess water on my brush, because these are watercolour brushes, so they hold the water a lot more than the acrylic brushes. So you need to make sure you dry them off really well. Welcome to those of you who are joining me. I'm Niki Jackson of Niki Jackson Art, and working on this painting. I started it yesterday on the stream. You can see part 1 on my channel here, and yeah, this is the progress I've made so far. Take out any harsh lines that are there as well, just blend that all out. Okay, now we need to go back in with the white. If you have any art questions for me and you're here with me live, please feel free to put them in the chat and I'll do my best to answer them. And if you're watching the recording of this, you can ask me questions in the comments on YouTube. I'm working quite quickly because I want to blend it all out while it's still wet. Any mistakes like that one there I can touch up later. I find that the acrylic paints blend better when they're just slightly starting to dry. Before, when they're really wet, then it doesn't work so well. There we go. Right. I think I'll give them a bit of a blast. I'm going to go in with the black. Now, I'm probably going to need to wash my water, change my water in a minute after I've done the black. But let's do this so that we can get the sheep more or less finished. And then we can work on the sky again. I'm not going to block this in until I've done the sky because I want to do some like sunset kind of streaks of colour along here and I don't want to cover up what I've done. So I'll do that afterwards. So this is Amsterdam Standard Series acrylic. This is just one that I picked up, no specific reason really. It's a professional paint. I'm trying to get it out without squeezing it everywhere. I have used Golden's black as well, and that's just as good. It's just whatever you prefer. And coming to life a bit more now. I'll use my smaller brush to do the legs. I need to use my smaller brush to just tidy up the edges there. I'm going to go in with my smaller brush now and just tidy up, because it's really difficult to get a nice clean edge with that other brush. Now, because this black is quite striking and strong, I probably won't need to do another coat. I'll let it dry and see, but I'll add some highlights to it as well at the end. Let's do the legs. I'll also add in some shadows underneath the sheep as well. That'll be at the end too. It's starting to come to life now. Exciting. I can't wait to see what it's going to look like when that tree's done. That's really going to give it more interest, as the flowers are like a collage element. And I'm going to add some glitter glue in the centres of the flowers, which will really give it another dimension. Got some cold tea left. Not quite the same. I prefer my tea hot. Well, drinkable temperature, but you know what I mean. Last legs of the sheep. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Well, might as well finish these off, so I'll give another coat and then add a highlight, and then those sheep will be done. Made a boo-boo there. One too far over. Try and correct that. Okay. Right, I'm going to go wash my brushes and I shall be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. Just need to dry these brushes off and sort out this silly counter. Keeps moving. There we go. Right. So I've just changed the water and washed out my brushes thoroughly. So I'm going to put some white on the black. I shall give it a whiz over first to make sure it's dry. And it's so cute. Okay, with my small brush, my very small brush, I'm going to add a bit of highlight on there. Now they're done. Right, wash that brush out. I better dry those because I don't want to smudge them when I'm working on up here. So now we're going to go in with a big brush and do another layer of the light mocha, and then we're going to start adding in some nice sunset colours. I'll show you those shortly. Let's go in and do another coat of this. Hopefully one more will be enough. I'll have to have a really good look at it and make sure that everywhere is covered before I start the other colours on it. You want to make sure you got a nice even coverage all over. No patches. And when you're doing a light colour like this, it's quite hard to see, so you need to make sure you look in the light and just check it all first. So I'll do that in a minute. Might be that we need to do a third coat just to get it nice and strong and even. I'm leaving this area so I know where the tree is, so I don't completely lose my positioning for that. And that'll be covered up with brown anyway, so I don't need to paint that this colour. And lots of lumps coming out of this tub. Yeah, I definitely like this colour a lot better than the other one for the sky. I think it's nicer. It's a more warmer colour, and it'll go really nice with the other colours that I'm going to add in. So now I'm going to just go and have a look. I'm just going to pick it up and have a look and make sure I haven't missed any. So now I can see. Can see exactly what we've got going on here. So I've got a few lumpy bits here. I'll get that off. I don't want that there. Got a few patches. Overall, it's pretty good. I'm pleased with that. So now I can go in with the other colours. So I'm going to go with this lovely pink. It's a light portrait pink by Liquitex, and again it's a heavy body one. And I'm also going to use this Naples yellow by Galleria Winsor & Newton, and some white as well. So I think I'm going to try using my flat head brush for this. I think it will work better and give me finer lines that I'm after than the other brush. So the sunset's going to be around here. Some of the colours are going to be all sort of situated there. So just on the tips I want some of this. This is really going to add more interest to the piece. And I'll blend that out in a minute. I'm just going to add all the colours and then I'll soften it afterwards. So let's try and open this. I always struggle with this one. Wash that brush. Managed to open it today. The pink out. Right, add in a bit of this yellow. Not too much. Right, now we want some white. And I might add a teeny tiny bit of blue. A very, very tiny amount. Final blue. Sky blue. So I'll do that in a second. Let's do the white first. And now we want the blue. Very, very, very tiny amount. Minuscule. Right, now we need to blend it all. So I'm going to wash the brush again. And just with a damp brush, I'm going over it and blending it out. That lightens the colours, blends them in, looks really pretty. softens it so they're not so in your face. Blends them nicely together like you would get with a sunset. You don't want any harsh lines on here. A lovely soft sky now. Just finish this bit at the bottom. I may need to put a bit more yellow, I think, down here. So I suggest the sun setting just down there. I'm really pleased with that. That looks really nice. It's going to go really well with the flowers. I might put a little bit more pink as well down there. Yeah. Tad of pink, I think. Just a tiny bit. Maybe a bit more than a tiny bit. There. That's nice. There. It's good. That's what I want. So a little bit there. Hopefully you can see that. Really pleased with that one. It's really pretty. Looks like it's showing up alright. So that's good. So now we can get on with the cottage. I'm just going to blast the sky with some heat, just to take the majority of the dampness out, and then I can crack on with the cottage. Okay. Right, I think I'm going to use my smaller brush for this size. It should be all dry now, so I always block in things like the cottage in white first, gives it a nice base, and then We can add in the real colours afterwards. It'll take me a little bit longer to fill in with a smaller brush, but I can get more precision on the edges and things with this. Make it nice and neat. There we go. That's that part done. Now I just need to do the roof and the chimney. Dog hair. Ugh. One of Sky's black hairs. Oh dear. They get everywhere. I don't want that on the painting. Okay, it's done. I think while that's drying, I'm gonna go start sketching in the tree. Hopefully this is dry enough now. Now I can see that I've got, I can see that I've got roughly where the tree is. And I'm just going to have it coming here. And I want the branches to kind of sweep across. So I'm going to have one here. And I want the other one sort of go like that. something like that. Don't want it too near this edge, I don't want it too far over, so I think that looks pretty good. Don't want that to be I'm pleased with that. Let's just make sure there's no branches showing through from the background. I can't see any. So, yay! Now we can start colouring. I might block that in white as well, just so that just this part here, just to level out the background. It's really starting to come to life now. It's very exciting. I have done some bigger paintings before in the past, some pretty big square ones, but that was a long time ago now. So mostly been working on really small pieces, the biggest going up to 10 by 8, so it's pretty small. So this is really exciting and fun for me, and I'm looking forward to doing some more of this size. And I've got lots of, now I've started this one, it's given me lots of ideas for other ones. So I've got 2 more of these coming. They're pretty expensive this size, so it's a nice birchwood. So they give a lovely smooth surface, and you get the wood grain showing through as well, which is really nice. So yeah, so I've got 2 more coming, so looking forward to working on those as well. I want to get some big pieces up on my website. Right, let's dry this off a bit. Got quite a lot to do on this. There's a lot of highlights and shading to be done on the cottage and the tree, plus adding in the flowers, and then there's more shading and things down here, and then the little details that I add in with charcoal pencil. So we're doing alright for time. I'll see how far I can get today, see how much longer I can go on for. And then might have to come back for part 3. Okay. You know, it might be easier actually if I turn it upside down, just so that I can get this really neat. I sometimes do that, especially being left-handed, it's a bit awkward. So now I can reach it better. You can see that white's not quite dry yet. I'll be going over this again anyway. Again, I'll probably need my smaller brush to make the edges all neat when I do the final coat. Welcome to those of you who are just joining me. I am working on this big piece. Sorry guys, it's upside down at the moment, but that's just so that I can reach to work on this part of the painting a lot easier without having to overstretch. Do another coat on the cottage in white. Again, I might need another coat on that before I add in highlights and shading. A similar principle to how I did the sheep. That's looking quite good though. Let's give that a dry. Okay, now I'm going to get the Titan buff. I'm going to add in a mid-tone to this. And then I'm going to add in the shadow. And a touch of water. Brush is getting a bit dry. With a wet brush, I'm just blending that in a bit more. Softening it up. And then I'm going to go in on the other side with white again. Bring that out again. And I might need to come back to that and add a bit more white later on. I'll let that dry now. And just do the roof. Any areas that need neatening up, I'll do that at the end. like some of the edges. Okay, now we can add in some shading. So I'm going to get the Titan Buff out again. This is the golden acrylic. So our highlights coming in this side, so this time we want to put the Titan Buff on this side. So a bit on there. And then we're going to have a bit of white as well. Okay, I'm going to leave that to dry now. There's some areas to tidy up afterwards, just on this side and around here. We can do that later. Now I think I'm going to work on the tree branches while I've got the painting this way up. So this is going to take some intricacy, so it'll be a lot easier for me to do it with it this way round. So I'm probably going to use my smallest brush. Again, another watercolour brush. Now this time I need to keep the brush pretty wet because I want nice lines for the branches. Just look quite fluid. Okay, let's turn it round and work on the tree trunk. I'm going to need to go over those branches again and then again adding shading and highlights, but it's a good start, isn't it? So we're getting there. Just using my smaller brush to go around the outline, get a neater edge. It's really coming along now. I can't wait to get those flowers on there. I need to make sure I've done all the shading and highlights on the branches first. I'm now going to add in some shading for the kind of path that leads from the cottage. I'm going to put in some watered down earth brown, and I'm going to blend that out in a minute. I want it to kind of look like a worn out sort of path. You need to kind of carry it on. I want to put some under the sheep anyway, so I need a bit there. A bit here. And some more here. And we want a lot here where the tree trunk is. That already gives it lots more definition. I'll be adding some more detail to that later. Okay, now I'm going to put in a little bit more white on the cottage. Just a little bit. Like that. Now I need to find my other dark brown. This is another golden one, burnt umber light. This is a fluid acrylic, and I'm going to use this to put in the front door and the windows. I always do my windows like this. It kind of looks like a little face on the cottage. Like these are the eyes and that's the nose or something. It just works though, it looks really cute. I'll need another coat of that. I'll leave that for now. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see if I can push on to the end, because well, we'll see. I've been going a while, still got a fair bit to do. But I think I'm going to go make a cup of tea and come back and carry on. So I'm going to put the Be Right Back screen on and go grab a cup of tea and then come back. So if you're watching the recording, just skip ahead. I'll keep the recording running and I shall be back in about 5 minutes. Hey guys, I am back with my tea and a couple of ginger nut biscuits. Give me a bit of a boost. Now, what's this doing? No. The count has gone wrong. Where's it gone? Yeah. Never mind. It might correct itself. So I'm so chuffed with how the painting's going so far. I really, really love it. The sky's come out way better than I thought it was going to. Really pretty. I'm glad I changed it to that light mocha colour. Going really good. I love Dunkin' biscuits. Yummy. Right. So we need to go over this bit again. This is so much fun painting with you guys. I'm so glad that I decided to come on Twitch, because I was on Ustream and I did enjoy it on there. But I heard how good Twitch was and I wanted to try it out, and I wasn't really sure at first. But I'm really enjoying it here, and I know it's going to take some time for you guys to find me and to sort of build up a following, so I've got people to chat to and stuff. But those of you who have made it along already, I really appreciate you, and I know in time this will grow and get better and better. But it's just so nice to do this, and it kind of motivates me to keep going as well. Knowing that you guys are watching helps me to keep on painting and showing up at the desk, so to speak. So it gives me a good reason to carry on. So I hope you all enjoy watching me paint, so I certainly enjoy doing it. And I'm going to use the Titan buff to put some highlights on the door. Over it a bit more, wasn't showing enough. And then I'm going to add a bit of white. As well. There we go. Right. And turn it round and just neaten up the edges here, and then we'll get cracking on the tree, which is my most favourite part. I'm so excited to get that done. It's gonna look so fab with flowers on. I've got the ones here that I picked out. I can't see. They look so pretty. So yay, can't wait. I need to tidy up these edges as well with some green. Definitely going to need to get some more of this earth brown. I'm getting really low now, and now that I'm working on bigger paintings, I'm going to be using even more of it, so I hope that I can still get this colour or something very similar, because this is my go-to colour for lots of things. And this one's made by Anita's. So hopefully I can get another one. I need to go find my colours for the tree next, because I don't shade them the same as I do everything else, as you'll soon see. Bit of white, I think. Blend that back in. Don't want a line there where I've been fiddling. I'm really worse now. Oh dear. That's the trouble when you start fiddling with things. You end up making it worse. But rinse my brush and then remove that, fortunately. So that's done. And I need a bit here. In there. That's good. Right. Now we need to work on the tree. I'm hoping that I've got enough paint in here to do this. And I need to find the other colours. Alright. So one of the colours I'm going to use is this one, Fawn. It's a nice light brown with the earth brown and a darker one. Let's see. Should have one in here. I think that'll probably be alright. Should be. He's a good shake, this one. This is Do Crafts Artiste chocolate brown. So I've got these 3 to work on the trees. So first of all, I am going back in with the earth brown. Sorry you can hear me sniff, guys, and coughing and stuff. I'm still getting over tonsillitis and an ear infection, and I only finished my antibiotics yesterday. Plus it's hay fever season, so that's probably got a lot to do with it as well, which is not fun. But so sorry guys if you can hear me sniffing. I so want to get these branches done so I can get those flowers on. I'm so excited about that bit. I thought the mulberry paper flowers would be a lot more interesting than just punched ones. So I was thinking about getting a big flower punch, but I thought the mulberry paper ones are a bit more 3D looking and really nice. You get some gorgeous colours, even though I've got like loads of collage papers, but that makes them a lot more flat. So, and I weren't going to make my own, so I decided to go with those. They're a little bit expensive, but I think they're going to give such a good look to the painting that they'll definitely be worth it. And I've got loads left over as well, so I can use them in future paintings. I really want to do another wildflowers one. I don't know if you've seen, I've done a few now of different variations of like a landscape cottage with massive wildflowers in front of it, and I thought this kind of sized canvas with those big gorgeous mulberry flowers would look really pretty. So that's one that I want to try next when the other panels come. So you can look forward to seeing that in the future on these live streams. Welcome to those of you popping in. I see a few of you popping in here and there. Thanks so much for joining me. I don't know if the count has repaired itself yet. Let's have a look. Oh, wrong page. Need to go up. No. Oh, come on. Just trying to get the link. Okay. No, it's not. Oh, hang on. Yes, it is. Right, let's take that out. Come on. Oh well, it shows it there in tiny writing. That'll do for now. The painting's more important, so let's get on with that. takes a little while to do these branches, especially on this scale. Got to make sure they look good. See if my tea's ready to drink it. The perfect temperature. Right. A little bit more and then I can add in other colours. I need to put the light on in a minute. It's starting to get a little dark in here. I like it when I get to put the other colours on the tree because that really makes it so much more interesting than just a flat brown. Now, going with this dark brown. I guess I'll start this side and move across. So the shadows are on this side, so this bit's generally faster, just because I've already blocked in the main parts already. Find the place to rest my fingers so I don't smudge it. It's probably hard to see this colour showing up at the moment, but once the lighter one goes on as well, then that'll look really good. And of course I've got the rest of the trunk to do. Okay. Now for the lighter brown. This is Fawn. This is much lighter, so you'll definitely see this bit. There we go. Keep feeling like we need some music on. I'll have to see if I can sort out some royalty-free music, but at least you've got the birds in the background. So that's something. I'm trying to concentrate so much on doing the branches I forget to talk to you. There we go, yay! Now I need to turn it round and do the tree trunk. Try not to hit the camera. Oh dear. Ta-da! Right. I'm so pleased with how this is coming out. It's really, really good. Really good. You can see it from a distance. It looks much better than what's shown up on camera. Let's go put the light on. See if that helps. That's a bit better, isn't it? Right. Going in with the other brown now. Adding in some shadows. And now for the highlights. Blend that all out nice. Yay! I think we need a bit more lighter colour on the edge here. Cool. Right. Let's make sure these branches are dry. To erase that line there. There's one there. I think that's it. Now we can go on to the flowers. Now, I need to think where I positioned these last time. They're not going to stay on the stay. I need them to stay in place, otherwise I'm not gonna be able to plan out where I want them. You can't even see that, can you? I'm gonna have to improvise as I go, I think. Right, let me get the matte medium. This is the fun part. If I just put a little bit of glue on the back and then pop them on, I can remove them when necessary, if necessary. So where's that big blue one? Let's just try it roughly to begin with. So I need to glue them down a lot better than that. I think that was all. Ah, there's one more blue. Good. What do you think of that then? I feel like it needs one up there. Let's see if I've got another one. Yes, that is really pretty. I think I might need one more on this side here. Oh great, I've got another pink one. Brilliant. Happy with that. Right, better quickly get cracking gluing these down properly. So let's start with this one. So basically put in matte gel medium on all the petals on the back, making sure to cover it really well, getting in all the grooves. I'm trying to work quick because I don't want the other bits to dry without me gluing them down properly. Now I will go over the top with more matte medium, but I just want to get things in place first, like I said before the others dry. This really finishes it off nice, having these flowers on the tree. And a really pretty vintage palette too. My favourite. I'm glad I did do the skylight in the end and not blue. I'll probably do it blue for the wildflower painting that I'll do next. So let's have a change. I do quite a lot of blue backgrounds, so. I might not push them down completely flat because they're not really going to look as 3D then. They'll still be stuck down pretty good. Ooh, starting to dry. Don't want to break the flowers. And that one as well. nearly there. Yay! Right, now I need to go over them, over the top with the matte medium. Make sure they're properly in place, they're not going to go anywhere. This will dry clear. This is Liquitex matte gel medium. It's great for sticking down collage elements onto your paintings. Make sure they're glued down really well. Got this one up here to do. I reckon I'm going to have to come back tomorrow, guys, to finish off the fine details, because I need this glue to be dry when I use the charcoal pencil, and the glitter glue that I'm about to put on as well. That all needs to be dry, so I think I'll just finish these flowers. And then what time is it? Yeah, it's nearly 5, so I'll call it a day after this, and I shall come back tomorrow and finish it off. Exciting! Not too much more to do now. I need to paint the sides black, do all the fine detail and tidy up a few areas, and then that's it. So that's the gluing done. So I'm going to stick that in there. I need to wash my brushes. Now the fun part. This is Stickles Stardust Glitter Glue, and I'm going to use that to put in the centres of the flowers. So I might need to put my easel down in a minute so it's flat so it can dry. I'm going to need a lot of this, I think. You need to put big blob of it in each of the centres of the flowers. It's going to look super pretty. I don't want it to start sliding, which it looks like it's about to. I'm going to put this down if I can. Last one. Can you still see? Yeah, good. I might have to put it flat in a minute, but yeah, that's got a bubble. Ah, come on. It's not coming out. Oh, come on. Ah, here we go. Yay. I shall show you in a second. I'll take that. Oops. Take the webcam off the stand and show you what the full thing looks like. Okay, so here we go. Oh, let me untangle that. Right. Oh, dropping paint on. Right, here we go, guys. Oh, here we go, that's it. There's a bit of a shadow from the arm of the webcam thing, but there we go, that's what we got so far. It's a bit fuzzy, not such rich colours like it is in real life, but you get the idea. So you can see the flowers. So I'm going to flatten my easel so they don't run now, so they can dry overnight, and then I'm going to come back tomorrow and finish it off with you guys. So let's put that over there for a second. So in my face again. So thanks so much for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed to my art channel on YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe here on Twitch as well. You'll be notified when I go live again. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, 2 PM British Summer Time, London, and we'll get this painting finished together. So thanks again for joining me, and I shall catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.